Darth Nihilus was a male Sith Lord who was born in the year 3980 BBY in the age of the Old Republic. Unlike most Sith Lords, he was one of the only people to not commit himself to the plans of the Sith Order, as he sought only to achieve his personal goals after he was a victim of a mass shadow generator. During an early moment in his Sith career, he was sent on a mission by the Dark Lords of the Sith when he was still committed to the Order. This mission was on Malachor 5, the fifth moon surrounding the infamous Sith world of Malachor, which appears in Star Wars Rebels. Whilst on this moon, the mass shadow generator was activated by a Jedi known of Nihilus being on the planet and his rising midichlorian count, which was rumoured to be 15,000 to 21,000, but is uncertain due to a midichlorians he extracted from other life forms. Darth Nihilus was among the few survivors of the now desolate wasteland of a planet that had a terrible fate worse than death. From the moment he awoke, he realised he had survived due to his very strong connection to the Force, but felt a great sudden hunger, a hunger for Force energy. He realised the only way he could fulfill his needs was to kill all the remaining survivors of the mass shadow generator, but not in typical style. When Darth Nihilus encountered the first survivor, he reached out his hand as he felt the cold feeling of the dark side in his hands, fueling his existence. That day Nihilus died, and a wound in the Force was born. Over time, Nihilus's powers would stretch to absorbing the Force energy of entire planets to the bend of his will, but only for a brief moment would he be satisfied. Each time he would bring destruction to something bigger than the last and fail to end his hunger, he would scream in a flurry of rage as energy would spark around him to create a very rare red force lightning, and those within 100 meters would simply vaporize into nothingness. As time grew by, his physical body deteriorated, but his presence grew stronger. Those who had tried to stab him with a lightsaber would see their kyber crystal blade pass through the Dark Lord of the Sith's chest in a wisp of smoke, and their last memory would be having cold slowly creeping up their spine, and death when the shiver hit their skull, and the colour would drain out of their eyes as the infamous white and red mask watched on. Many years passed by of extracting Force energy until he eventually met Darth Traya. She was an exceptionally powerful Sith master who was a member of the High Council. She promised that she could end his everlasting hunger and give him unthinkable power. Nihilus became part of a Sith triumvirate which consisted of his new master, Traya, who was also known as Kreia. Darth Sion, who I'll cover in a later video, was known as the Lord of Pain due to his very severe deformations, and Darth Nihilus, Lord of Hunger. When he learned of how much Force energy Kreia possessed, he convinced Darth Sion to kill their master, as nearly all Sith Lords did in due time. Nihilus and Sion were successful in their attempt to assassinate their master, with both Dark Lords of the Sith using their terrible curses to their advantage. Sion and Nihilus ruled the Sith for many years, and were very successful as Sith Emperors by devising a Jedi purge, and were at the brink of wiping them all out for good, and the now black-eyed Nihilus's rule was brought to a close by his former apprentice, Meecha Surak. As the Lord of Hunger wanted to eliminate the problem quickly, he fought an aggressive one-handed technique and failed to notice the new strength in his ex-apprentice. It was his arrogance that led to his demise, as his hunger consumed him. As he was more presence than a physical body, he managed to carry on sustaining his life force in his masking robes, but what happened to them at this day is an unknown mystery. Thank you for watching. This is my first lore video, and I'll make sure to post stuff like this regularly. Thanks if you have subscribed, and may the Force be with you, always.